Take you to this at 3 o'clock now. 2 black bear sightings in the heartland just days apart, and we want to show you this map this afternoon. On Sunday, August 1st, viewer Tennille Estes sent this video of what appears to be a black bear cub running alongside a road. This was in Glen Allen in Bollinger County. Then on August 5th, viewer Gary Bird sent this image captured on a game camera near Burfordville in Cape County. That appears to be a full-grown black bear. These sightings are quite close in range, less than 20 miles apart, and you can see the county line between Bollinger and Cape on the map. We are so happy to have Alexis with the Missouri Department of Conservation here with us today. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. You told me this is your first time on here?
Yes.
We appreciate your debut very much here. And whenever we talk about these bear sightings, is it something people should be concerned about? What should they know about this?
Definitely not something to be concerned about. As far as we've been following our population of bears in the state of Missouri for the last several years, this is kind of to be expected. So our population is mostly in like the southern 1/3 of our state. And so if you kind of imagine where Interstate 44 is, most of our bears live south of there. And really in like the Shannon, Howell County, really in the true Ozark region of our state. And as we continue to grow our population, we have more bear. Obviously, the resources are something they're competing for, and they're just going to have to spread out from there. So for the forested areas that they like to live in, we are right there kind of in the prime habitat on the very, eastern edge of where they're going to expand to. So it's not surprising that we're seeing more bears in our area by any means.
So what should people do if they do spot a bear? Should they report it to you guys?
Yes, so the Missouri Department of Conservation, on our website, we have a form that you can fill out. We would like to know of any bear sightings, even if it's not, that was very good video information that you had there. So undeniably that's a bear, but even if you see scat or just prints from a bear, those are things that you can report. And as far as like needing to be concerned, no, we have a lot of resources on our website. There's also bearwise.org is a national program that has a lot of information on how to responsibly live with black bears. So there's some steps that you can take easily around your home, just daily life, to mitigate any sort of conflict that you could have with a bear.
Now obviously when we look at these videos, we look at these pictures, they do look cute.
Sure.
But you should not try to approach them.
Absolutely not. No, they are wild animals and will behave as such. They're very powerful animals, and yes, of course, they're cute. They have that round profile, those cute little round ears, and especially the young bears totally understand that. But they are wild animals, and they should be respected as such and given space. So one of the things that, Bearwise talks about in the department that we try to get people to adopt is not having your bird feeders out when bears are really active. So this is a very active time period for bears this time of the year. They come out in the spring out of their dormancy period, and then they'll be going back into the fall. And so they're looking for a lot of food sources, and they will take the path of least resistance. So if you have a bird feeder, it's like the buffet, right?
Yeah.
And they would much rather drink out of your hummingbird feeder than go and break open a bunch of logs in the woods and find grubs that way. So just keeping those things to a minimum will help our bears and help not have any conflicts between landowners and bears.
And I can only imagine you have had probably quite the phone calls from people wanting to know what is going on. What are some of those phone calls like?
To some degree. I mean, honestly, most of the phone calls I've had, people are really interested in having the bears on their property, not had too many negative things, that they're like, I like seeing the bear, it's cool, it's something that in our state we are going to get more accustomed to, I think, but right now it's really novel and people think that they're cute and those sorts of things. So for the most part, it's all been really positive, but they do get into and around people's honey and that sort of thing. And so then just giving them some tips on how to mitigate that, electric fence, things like that.
Alexis, we appreciate you dropping by and taking the time to share this information with us very much.